Hi, welcome back. I'm Mary Jo, also known as Sojo, and this is my channel where I talk about all my quilty stitchy things. And today is my weekly update number 61, and it is April 21st, 2024. So we've got a few things done this week. I didn't have any videos put out this week just because I was busy, but I did quilt a quilt. I finished another quilt top. I finished my sewing machine cover, and we'll go over all of that. Now, this week, Mother Nature has decided to play a few little tricks on us. Earlier in the week, it was really warm, and now it's kind of cold again. So she doesn't know what she wants to do. Also, I got some glasses in. Now, I'm not sure I'm liking these. They seem kind of big for my face, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll give it a try. So, yeah, I went and ordered some glasses from Zenny Opticals, and some of them were like $10 and $12. Prescription lenses. So, I don't know. We'll see. But I've got several new glasses. Because why settle for one? I don't know. But let's see, what did I do? Well, I quilted this quilt behind me. And this is not my quilt, it's Mom's quilt. I just quilted it on the long arm. What I quilted on it was the Paisley pantograph is what she asked for. So that's what we did. And she did already bind it. And when she binds, she just takes the extra backing from the back and flips it over. But let's go in, take a closer look at it. Okay, we're looking at the top. Now, I do not know the pattern of this because, like I said, I didn't do it. It was Mom's. And like I said, there's Paisleys that was quilted in this. Now, my quilting is done by hand on the long arm. I do not have a computerized machine. Just taking a look at all those Paisleys popping out there. Come over here. And the backing is this fabric right here. Well, there it is. Now the quilting kind of blends in really well, so you don't see too much of the quilting. Okay, so the quilt top I finished this week was this Honey Hexagon Throw, and this was from a Creative Notion subscription box. I think it was September of 2021. Now, I'm not going to hang this one up like I usually do, just because, as you can see, it's pretty small. It's only 47 by 48 and a half. So if I hang it up, you're not going to be able to see much behind me anyway, so I'm just going to hold it up. Let's get it out. Now, on this border here, I didn't have the border fabric, so I just used black. All this creakiness, I swear, between the table and the chair, I don't know which creaks more. Looking over here at some of the black border. So that is the quilt top I finished this week. So I also finished this sewing machine cover this week. Now here is the ironing board. I finished that, I don't know, a couple weeks ago, but I have it out. I'll show that again. But I finished this. Again, this was also a Creative Notion subscription box from sometime in 2021 as well. And here is my sewing machine cover. Now this does not fit my regular sewing machine that I use, which is a Baby Lock Accomplish, but it does fit over my other sewing machine, my Baby Lock Soprano. And I knew it wasn't going to fit over my Accomplish when I started making it, just because my Accomplish is a lot wider. or longer. So that's all done. Last week I think all I had left to do was the binding around the edge, and there it is. That's done. And this is the ironing board that I had made. Now I had went ahead and made this because this I'm using when I'm doing some paper piecing. I actually don't have any paper piecing projects at the moment, but this I can lay right beside me at the sewing machine and then press with the ironing. Now normally I don't like to do that because my sewing machine is over there and I press right here. I normally like to do that because it forces me to get up and move between each sewing and pressing, because it's not good to sit for long periods of time and not move. But when I'm doing paper piecing, though, you have to press before you move on to the next to get it a little flatter and straighter. So this is what I'm using that for. All right. Now, since I finished those two Creative Notions projects, I got out the next two Creative Notions projects. And before I do that, I'm still keeping track of how much I do this year, and I had a goal to quilt 50 quilts this year. Yeah, I've fallen behind on that. However, you know, the summer may be a different story. Maybe I can get caught up. But as of right now, I have quilted 12 quilts. I have completed 11 tops, and that's where I'm at. And I've also made the sewing machine cover and the ironing board. Okay. Now, the other Creative Notions projects. So I started working on this one, which this is December of 2021 was this box. Now, even though it says December of 2021, I don't think I got this till sometime in 2022 because of the delay. Let me see if I can pull out the picture. It's in here somewhere. I know it is. Now, for this, I remember when I got this box, my patterns were missing, so I just emailed them and they sent me over some PDF and I printed them out. So they are not in color just because I don't have a color printer. So they are in black and white, but if I can get the picture, I will show you. There it is. So this is what I'm working on. The home is where the heart is, quilt. So I've got everything cut out. And I've started piecing things together. There's some pinwheel blocks and a house block and a bunch of half square triangles and things. So I've got all of that pinned together here, ready to go on my pile. See if I can show you some of the fabrics just to get an idea of what this is. There's those black with some words. Some bicycles. There's a fussy cut house block right there. And some more florals. So that's kind of an idea what the fabric looks like. So that's what I have pieced together so far. Here's all the other pieces, and then this is the extra fabric here in the back. Now, Vicki from Creative Notions had done a video on her channel about making this, and in that she did say there were some pattern corrections on 2 spots, which I corrected in the pattern, but I'll be darned when I cut it. I still cut it the wrong way. So I had to, kind of sew some pieces together and recut it. But hey, I'll make it work. Because some of the fabric was a little bit close. But we made it work. And this was just in with it too. It was another idea if you didn't want to do that that quilt. So that was from the December 2021 box. Now we have something else here. Let's see if I can pull all this stuff out here. And this is the November 2021 box that I started working on, and that is all these fabric baskets, all 4 of them. So I've got all the fabric cut out, and I've started working on that. Now I am using Pellon Flex Foam in between for these instead of batting, just to give a little bit extra body. Now this right here is actually vinyl, and the vinyl came in the box. However, I made a cutting mistake. So the blue vinyl that came in is no longer being used, and I had to go get some more vinyl, which I picked out gray, because me and my husband were near Hobby Lobby this week. So I'm like, let me go in there and see if they've got some vinyl. And I just got a little bit of vinyl and recut it. It's okay. So I've started basically sewed around, flip it out, and then I have to do a top stitch around all the corners. And these are for these baskets right here, the small and the medium baskets right here. That and that is where we are. And then this basket right here, well, I've just made a 9 patch. And then I've got these little ribbons I have to sew on each corner. And I still have to finish sewing the 9 patch. But that's for this basket right here. And this is the flex foam that will go in that basket as well as the other piece. And then this basket right here, well, I'm still working on piecing this portion right here. And I've got both of those pieced to sew. Then this will be a lining. And again, more flex foam. And this was the vinyl that I had to go buy. Like I said, I didn't need a very big piece, so I had to go buy some more vinyl. And this is the accessory pack that came with the box. So it has all the buttons, the ribbons, and the handles to that basket. And leftover fabric. Okay, so I think that's everything I worked on this week as far as sewing and quilting. Let's look what else I did as far as cross stitch, crochet, and diamond painting. Now I have been working on the samplers of the month from Country Cottage Needleworks, and this is the April sampler, and I finished that. This is what April's looks like. And then I started working on May. And this is what May is supposed to look like. And this is where I am. Not a lot done yet, but we'll get there. Now when I stitch, I prefer to do one color at a time. I will do all of the white, and then I went to the dark brown. I've got all of the light brown, and then I'll move on. And how I decide what color, well, I just go in order, whatever's listed. That's just how I do it, but everybody else does something different, and everybody should do what works for them. So that is my cross stitch progress. Now, what else did I do? Well, I worked on my crochet. Let me see if I can find the picture of it. They're calling it the traditional cloak. This is what I'm working on. My buttons are going to be something different. I bought these buttons. And then I can just loop them through there. So those are the buttons I bought for that. And I'm using this yarn. So it's a purple ombre. So this is where I am. So here is my cloak, or cape, whatever you want to call it. So the buttons will go up here. To put it together here. And then we come down, and here's where the armholes are. Now I do need to do some stitching around each of the armholes on each side. There's the other armhole. And I've got another probably row or two at the bottom to add, and then I've got edging all the way around it. So I'm hoping to finish this week, but we shall see. So that's where I am on that. And one last thing. And this is my diamond painting. This is the Rose Garden. It is a painting from Thomas Kincaid that was turned into a diamond painting. And we are getting there. I just have stuff over here in this top corner to finish. And then that will be done. So I'll probably finish this week too. Hopefully. All right, so that's everything I worked on this week. In the comments down below, let me know what you're working on. Also, I'm really curious, what's the weather like where you're at? Is it starting to warm up already? Like I said, it warmed up earlier in the week, but, you know, it's kind of chilly now. Of course, it's typical. That's just what happens this time of year. But I don't like it. Although the warm weather this earlier in the week was a bit extreme too, so we'll see. All right, just let me know, because, you know, in southern Ohio, I mean the southern United States, probably already getting really warm places. So let me know. All right, till next time. Bye.